Hi everyone, I'm Dottie Stitching Scotty and welcome to Flosstube number 216. This is my Scotty Winston and we'd like to welcome you again to the second part of our Stitch West adventure and some of the goodies that we got in our shop tour of Shepherd's Bush. I think you'll really enjoy it. I divided the video up into two separate videos because it was going to be very, very long. And I don't know if you're like me, but the really long videos, I have to stop because I don't have a lot of time at one time and I have to come back and then they've disappeared. And then I forget to watch the rest of them. So Winston says hello to all his fans and he would like to welcome you. And without further ado, let's get started. Now we're going to talk about my Needlework Book of Days. Okay, this month we're going to, well, I didn't show last month, okay? So April 2025, this is what I've got. And my wrap up for that is I had 3 new starts, 5 finishes, 5 fully finished objects, 5 days of no stitching. That's the most I've ever had, and I don't know when. No stitch ends. I was sick. And 2 retreats, which should have been 3, but I was sick. Then I worked on 11 of my works in progress or WIPs, and I had 2 restarts. Yeah, that's unheard of. So this was a red letter month for unusual happenings. Then I participated in the hashtag Lizzie Kate series sale, the hashtag FFO Challenge 2025, and WhipGo 2025. I met my goals for WhipGo. I stitched 4 days on number 4 and number 10, and I left my WhipGo board at home, so I'm so sorry. Not that it's anything special, but anyway, I have 120 works in progress, so I've decreased my WIPs by 2. Yay! Every little bit helps, you know. And does it matter how many whips I have? No, it does not. I don't mind. So, but anyway, I haven't filled out May yet or put any stickers, so I'm not even going to do, I'm not even going to do that today. So let's talk about my finishes, okay? I had 2 finishes, and the first one is Heartfelt Easter from October House. October House. And there we go. It's the little Easter basket. I was hoping I could finish this by Easter, but that just didn't happen. And I used algae, and I think it's fiber on a whim, but I'm not really sure. I told it in a couple of my other videos. But this is my finish. Isn't that great? It's so cute. See, I squirreled away and I actually finished something. Goodness, we have a piece of nature or something like a leaf on here. Yeah. But anyway, it's on 36 count. No, 32 count. And it's on algae, fiber on a whim. And I used all the call for threads. And they were Classic Colorworks. So I really enjoyed that. And it's 2 strands over 2. I'm going to make this one into a little pillow. So I'll have that out for next Easter. So that'll be just great. Okay, and my next finish was part of my whip go. I had number 4 and number 10. I can't remember which one was which because I didn't write it down in my book. But I had Autumn Splendor by Brenda Gervais. Isn't that cute? I just love it. So this one's on 36 count Barb's Blend, and I'm using the Weeks Dye Works. And the reason I'm using everything that's called for is I got this at a retreat that Brenda Gervais did through Dying to Stitch. And this is my finish. And it's 1 strand over 2. And I just think that little crow is just perfect. So, I did not see these little trims out here made of putty. And I ran out of putty or lost my floss. I don't know which. I think I just lost the floss. So I had to wait and buy some more, which was why it took so long to finish it. But I really, really enjoyed working on this. And I think I'm going to frame this one. I'm not sure, but I think I am. So I really like this one. I do. So that's a whip go goal met. And believe it or not, it took me 4 days to meet that goal because we've been trying to get ready for Piano Festival. And, you know, because I'm also a piano teacher. And, yeah, it's just been busy. So, anyway. But, so that's one of my whip go goals. My other whip go goal, I actually saw this book at Stitchery X-press. This a cross stitch Christmas, and it's called Heart of the Holidays. And I saw this and I was like, oh, I want to do this. And before I said I could not find the designer's name, and a sweet friend and viewer who I actually saw at Stitch West informed me that the designer's name was on this page, and her name is Emma Congdon. Emma Congdon. So she designed this, and I think it's just so, so cute. Now, they did theirs on Rustico, but I had a piece of probably a mushroom Lugana in my stash, and they used all DMC, and I was supposed to stitch on this for 4 days, and I did. I had to do a lot of ripping, though, so I didn't get as much done as I wanted, and I got Have a Cozy Xmas, and that's all I got done. But I really like this. It's 2 strands over 2, and it's just a lot of fun to stitch. So hopefully I'll get some more done on this later in the year. But for right now, it's going to take a break. But I met my whip go goals of 4 days of stitching. Some days were long and some days were short. So, you know, sometimes I got a lot done and sometimes not. Now, the next work in progress I have is Clara O'Hare. I keep wanting to say Claire O'Hare just because it rhymes. And this was a special edition kit a long time ago from Lizzie Kate. And I found this in my stash. I had bought it a long time ago. And I just think that little bunny's so cute. And they called it a kit because it had all the little extra embellishments and the pink linen. And the pink linen was something like Grandma's peonies or peonies, however you say it. And it's 30 count. And this is what I got done. I got a good bit done on the plain right here. And I would have gotten more done, but there was a little boy kicking my seat and my needle kept missing the holes. So, so anyway, she's going to be really, really cute. Hopefully, I will have a finish on her pretty soon. I don't know if I'll keep stitching on her or if I'll take a little break. But she's 2 strands of DMC over 2. And some weak style works. Or is it all DMC? I can't remember now. I think it's all DMC. But anyway, she's lots of fun. And stay tuned because I'm going to be announcing the giveaway winners for these bunnies at the Bunny and the Rabbit very soon. So, and then I participated in and am still participating in Spring Mingle. And, well, anyway, this is take 2 of the video. The first video, I had so much to show from the retreat that I just got all, you know, just discombobulated or something. I mean, it was crazy. I was all over the place. I was like, well, here's the door prize winner. And then I'd go off to something else. Well, here's the other door prize winner. And I'd go off to something else. So anyway, we're more organized this time. So I took the Kathy Haberman class, This Bee's Got Knees. And she sent us a PDF. Is that not just the cutest thing? There were actually some people that had theirs stitched and ready to go and got them finished. I know Helen D was one. And if you don't watch Helen D's videos, you need to. She has some really, really neat videos and tutorials. And she is a finisher. Yes, hers was so, so cute. Kathy even showed us how to make these pins too. And this is a finish I had never done, so I thought, I'll have to be taking this. Okay, so from the get-go, I labeled my fabric T. Oops. T for top. And then I immediately turned my chart a different way and started stitching. So really, this is the top. But I'm leaving it this way because that's the way I had my graph turned. So once I get it put together, nobody's going to know anyway. If you're going to mess up, just do it right at the very beginning. But at least all my X's go the same way. But yesterday when I did my first take, I had half a wing on this side of the bee and just the flowers. And I did all this yesterday while I was at the Spring Mingle with Lindy Stitches and a lot of other friends and stitchers. So this is 2 strands over 2, and it's on a piece of Lugana I found in my stash. It might be mushroom, but I'm really not sure, and it's 32 count. And then while I was watching the video, she said, if you're using an even weave, which Lugana is even weave, she said you might have a little thicker, you know, a little more trouble folding it under. So I'll remember that for next time. So anyway, a lesson learned, or 2 lessons learned. So anyway, but this is good. And hopefully I'll get this done soon. So if I don't squirrel off to something else. But anyway, those are my works in progress. And I had 2 fully finished objects. And the first one is from the Nonstop Stitching Retreat. Dolores was kind enough to pick up all my goodies from the retreat when I couldn't go because I was sick. And it was only 15 minutes from my house. Look at Striker. He's resting. And this is my little Scotty dog box that I made. It's a little travel box. And you open it up. And I've got two little Scotty Dog pin buttons up here that I glued, a little spot for my scissors. I've got my thread conditioner. I've got some needles. I've got a bead picker-upper thing or finger cot. I've got a boo-boo stick. And I also put this in. It's a needle threader and a counting pin all in one. So that's always nice. So this is ready to go when I'm ready to travel. So I've got all the goodies that I need. And you can actually take those scissors on the airplane and they don't say a word, which is really good. And this one was on 32 count white linen. And I used red and black DMC. I don't remember what red I used, but it's really cute. And the pattern is from Tiny Modernist. And the rickrack came from probably Joann's a while back. Because it's not going to come from Joann's now. Well, and my next finish, FFO, is to do with the retreat. And so we'll be talking about that as soon as I set everything else up. Okay, our free pattern today is from Puntini, and it's called Sweet Summertime. Isn't that cute? Just love that. This was made for a retreat a while back, and it's been an exclusive. So I don't think many of you have seen this, but Sweet Summertime. I will link this below. Livingston. Wasn't that just great about the retreat and the brag table? We really, really enjoyed it. All right, now I'd like to show my stitchy goodness that I got from all my friends and new friends that I made at the retreat. My table mates were so sweet, and if there's any candy, it's gone. I enjoyed it. My friend June from Colorado gave me these Coca-Cola cards, and I admired them. They're floss drops, and they all have different pictures. And I said, oh, my husband collects Coca-Cola. She goes, oh, would you like some more? I have all these. You can give those to your husband. I couldn't believe it. So I told him, and he said, thank you so much. So Ralph was very tickled to get that. All right, so then my friend Delnora, she was amazing. First of all, she had this little purple bag, and she has these finger massagers, and you slip them over your finger and you just massage back and forth, and it feels so good. So if you ever get some of these and you wonder what they are, that is what they are, and they're wonderful. So you need to keep those in your needle bag in case your fingers get all stuffed. Then she gave me this thread bobbin with the rabbit. Is that not adorable? She gave me this pin cushion that she made. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Thank you, Delnora. And then she made this scissor fob, and it says Stitch West. Look at that. On a little spool, put some buttons on there and another tiny spool. And at the bottom, she put an anchor, which of course is their symbol. Stitch West. This is last year's t-shirt. I don't remember who gave me the scissor fob. The scissor holder and the pink scissors. So I do apologize. Everything got all jumbled in the airplane, in the packing for the airplane. Yeah, it was crazy. So we just had to jam things every which way. Then from Tina, I got this cute little egg cup with a pin cushion. Isn't that just adorable? Thank you so much, Tina. Then from, there it is, Allison. I just had met her. She's from California. She's a neat lady. Look at this. First of all, she stamped the bag. Then look at the little sheep. Oh, wait, he's upside down. Look at the little sheep. She put a little button on his little head, and look at his little tail. Isn't that just adorable? So cute. Imagination, I'm telling you. And as if that wasn't enough, she made me a decorative pen. I love it. Thank you. A counting pen. It's wonderful. And I'm going to put it in my little stitchy box. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. And I think I'm going to put my little sheep in my stitchy box too, if the lid will shut. It's very, very cute. Thank you. Thank you, Allison. Then, let's see. I did Beth's. Okay. Yes. I did Beth's. It was a birthday gift. And then I got, now this was amazing. I got this beautiful pattern. And this came from Teresa from Ohio. She gave everyone the apple cider green tea and sparkling rose floss, along with a beautiful floss drop with birds on it and the pattern. Plus, we got Buckeyes. I do love me some Buckeyes. She said she wanted to put something from Ohio in there, and she did. This was the only candy I didn't eat so far. Well, and it was all in this cute little bag. Thank you so much, Teresa. And she's a new friend also. It was so nice to get to meet her. I just really hope that we run into each other again. And it was her first retreat. So we just invited her to sit with us because we had some empty chairs. So that was nice. And then I think we're through with the table mates. I think. Then I got this from my next door table mate, Debbie Bird. Isn't this just sweet? Look at this needle minder. It's a fox. So sweet. And it came from Sweet Autumn Stitch. So I can't wait to use that. And she had it all done up in this little box, so it looks so special. Like this. Oh, well, that wasn't looking special. There we go. So cute. Then I got this bag, my Stitchy Stuff. And it has a magnet to hold your needles, a needle threader, so it could fit like in your little Stitchy box. Then she gave me some B5200 and 310, which you always need that, and some stickers that say, make time to make stuff. I'm just going to have to put that in my book. And then also a two floss skeins, stickers. And they're so, so cute. Well, shoot. There's the other one. Okay. Then, in this cute bag. Then Barb gave me this beautiful sheep that she made. And it says, Bah. And this is chenille, black chenille woven around the sheep. Isn't that adorable? And what imagination people have. I am just impressed. This is going to go in a Stitchy box, but I haven't started yet. Then I don't know who gave me this beautiful floss. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? So, so pretty. Can't wait to use that. And then I met Heidi from Texas. And she gave me a needle minder, quilted needle minder that she made. It's got a magnet in there. She gave me some of these spool holders that you use to keep your material on your hoop. Or you can put them around thread spools. I got some cute little Tic Tacs. They're orange. And she gave me her card. So it was so nice to meet you, Heidi. And I've got a picture of her in the video, so you'll get to see her. So thank you, thank you. I tell you, everybody was just so sweet and so generous. I really, really appreciated them. Just getting to know people was great. Then I got to see my friend, Niecy Lynn. Hey, Niecy. I will never call you Denise again after watching your last video, because that's your in trouble name. But anyway, she gave me some floss holders. Floss drops. A needle threader. And this cute scissor fob or zipper pull. I think I'm going to use it for a zipper pull, scissor fob. Then she gave me this so I can label. She told me what she labeled too, and I can't remember now. I think she labels her projects with this, but I may be wrong. I'll have to go back and watch her video again. And a needle threader. Well, there's 3 different needle threaders. And then she gave me the boo-boo stick with a seam ripper. And she gave me this cute book that she made. And it's got a place to put people's cards, because you know people are all the time giving you cards. You just stick them in here. Then that'll be really full this time. And then there's all these little pages, beautiful pages with different scrapbook things that you can write down projects or people you met, or get names and addresses, emails, whatnot. And you can put more stuff in here, what you worked on, you know, just all kinds of things, phone numbers. So this is going to be very handy. And I can keep that in my purse or my Stitchy bag. So thank you, Niecy. I really appreciate it. And it was such a treat to get to see you. She gives really good hugs. She's just a sweetheart. And I got to meet her friend, Patty Penn. Well, not meet, but I got to see Patty Penn again from Virginia. And Patty is just such a sweet lady. She is stitching with my kitties. And you need to watch Patty's videos, Stitching with My Kitties, because they're really, really good. And yeah, she's got a Flosstube, and she's also on Instagram. She gave me a whole bag of goodies. I got a needle minder with a needle threader stuck on it. Isn't that cute? That'll go in my stitchy box. I got another needle threader. Then I got this. I hadn't seen one of these in a long time. You dampen the little sponge, and then you can run your threads or fibers across it. Especially if you're using like those rainbow gallery things, the ribbons that crease. This is wonderful, and then you can let them dry before you use them. And you just put the top back on and keep it in your stitchy box. So that's great. Then I got a scissor fob or a zipper pull, a nail file. I always use those. A bee waxer. A pink frog. Oh, and Nina got me a green frog. He's hiding. And Patty, thank you so, so much. And it was so good to get to see you. I hope I'll get to see you more. I told Niecy that I lived closer to Patty Penn than she did. And Niecy was like, yeah, I know. So anyway, but we had a lot of fun talking and laughing together. So that was good. And I'm telling you, she makes some beautiful projects. Both of them do. I saw their stuff at their table. Then Michelle gave me all these gorgeous floss drops that she makes out of cards. Isn't that pretty? And I can really use this for my Downton Abbey project. Yes, that I've not done. Then somebody dropped this little mystery bee on my table. I thought that was really cute. That would be cute for a bee box, which I think I need to make one. And then, oh, here's the thing from Nina. Goodness gracious, it was in a box, and I got it. That's why I keep doing this. Okay, and this is more birthday from Nina. I got the little dog paw charm. And the frog that was hiding. And the best part of all, I was wondering where this was. I thought maybe I'd left it at home. It looks like a locket or a pocket watch. Look at that. And she stitched 1 over 1. And that's my initial, D for Dottie. Oh, Nina, thank you so much. I'm going to put this in my living room by my piano. And that way I can look at it and think of all my stitchy friends, especially Nina, that made this for me. Thank you so, so much. I'm just touched. It's beautiful. Wow. And I can't believe I couldn't find it, but I didn't want to stop the video yet again and say, oh, I lost it, because I just didn't think I brought it. So that's awesome. Okay. All right, so now we're going to show our featured Etsy shop. Those were all the goodies I got from the retreat. Our featured Etsy shop is BU Needleworks. And she was one of the vendors at the retreat. And Mary is just a sweet, sweet lady. This is what she's not an Etsy shop, excuse me. It's a featured shop today. She has her own online. And this is what her page looks like. Sorry for the glare. All right. In addition to the scissor fobs I showed, she also has floss bobbin, dachshunds and boxes, and sheep and boxes. Then she makes the most beautiful tomatoes. The bottom is a batik tomato, and look at the wool tomato at the top. Isn't that beautiful? And the stitching on it is beautiful. And then she also has different patterns from different designers. One of these that caught my eye was Chrissy's Finally a Farm Girl's design. And it says, give thanks. You know, I do love Thanksgiving and pilgrims and, you know, everything historic. Then she has Dear Soldier. It says, America, the land of the free, peace, victory, valor, home of the brave. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, oops. Then we have Matilda's Stitchy Spot. Stitch what you love. I thought this was very, very appropriate. So cute. Oh my goodness. And home is where you drop your anchor. And I thought I'd pick this just because it was Stitch West and the anchor. Isn't that cute? Look at that. The little buggy and the horse. Look at that ship out there with the whale. Cute, cute. I might have to get that one. All right. Then she had lots of Weeks Dye Works. She has October House patterns, Gingerbread Row, and Pumpkin Row. She has a whole bunch of rows. Then she had Every Knitter. Behind Every Knitter is a huge pile of yarn. Itch to Stitch. She had several of these long pillows that they did that were so popular. I think that's one of the newer ones. I may be mistaken, but I think it is. Then we go to Crafty Bluebonnet Designs, Happy Fall Spool, and I think the bottom one is Happy Spring Spool, but I may be mistaken. I chopped it off and I can't remember. So cute. She has a lot of those spool designs. Then Fairy Wool in the Wood patterns. This is their July pattern. It says crocheting in July. And then she makes scissor fobs. It says Tomato Love, Flosstube. She has a bunch more. Stitching, Queen Stitcher. And then she also has Blackbird designs, With My Needle, Hands-On Design, JBW, New York Dreamer, Teresa Koga, It's So Emma, Stacy Nash. She just has all kinds of different designer patterns. And then she has the most unique floss drops I've ever seen. And these are floss drops with a slot for the label, for the DMC label. Look at that. Do you see that long indentation at the bottom? You just raise that up, slip the label on it, the long label with the number on it, and then wrap your floss around here. And you don't have to worry about anything coming off. Isn't that great? I'm going to have to get some of those. Those are awesome. All right. So that is our featured shop today, and I'm going to call it the featured vendor shop today because she was a great vendor and she had a lot of variety and spools and all different kinds of things. So be sure and check out BU Needleworks. All right, now let's talk about our free pattern. Okay, our free pattern today is from Puntini, and it's called Sweet Summertime. Isn't that cute? Just love that. This was made for a retreat a while back, and it's been an exclusive. So I don't think many of you have seen this, but Sweet Summertime. I will link this below. And yes, that will be fantastic. It's going to be a cute stitch, and it's a sweet stitch. All right. I just want to thank you all for tuning in. Do not leave because there's now going to be a Shepherd's Bush shop tour, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So be sure and stay tuned. Until then, happy stitching, and if you don't start the things, you can't finish them. Bye-bye.